experience. They need an elevator all the way to the top of this stadium. But they are two teams looking to prove themselves. KCorp have the lofty goals of winning the World Championship. Nothing more would do. But Team Secret last year didn't even make it through Wildcard. They want to go that next level. They want to prove that they can get to the top 8 minimum.
All the way up until the end of winter, this was the World Championship to lose for KCorp. And whilst the world celebrated Zen making his debut, this is a team that dreaded that moment because that was the moment they ceased to be favorites for this year as Exotic tries to flick over the top.
Two teams that have been somewhat forgotten. KCorp with 2 Game 7s in the spring major that cost them the chance of another title. Possibility of going back-to-back. Team Secret, who many have forgotten about their top 4 run in the fall major. Two teams battling it out, and Team Secret have got a first couple of chances.
Whenever you take on one of these South American teams, it just feels like a match designed to trip you up. And Team Secret have done that to numerous opponents across the last year. Would like to have done that a few more times on LAN. It's their opportunity to do exactly that. Exotic lays the pass to Vati. Knight shuts that down. Team Secret doing well at matching the pace. Now they've got to figure out a way of getting out of this chokehold that they found themselves in.
It's been a bit of a shaky start from Team Secret. A few misses in the air early on. You can see KCorp trying to take advantage, get some demos as well, just to put even more pressure on that first man on the ball. If they do get demoed behind, one mistake could be costly.
We're going to know KC incredibly good at matching the pace required. Do not expect them to overcommit. Team Secret will not find freebies like that. They will find opportunities to isolate the third man. They need to take advantage of when those opportunities do pop up, as Itachi realizes shot not available. Let's take the ball away from an easy way for Secret to get out.
Might have taken it away from Vatira as well. You can see Team Secret back on their defensive haunches, back on the back foot. They'll be looking to get counterattacks and wait for the moment for KCorp to overcommit. That was a first good opportunity, goes begging.
Well, look at the boost totals. Vatira's the only one really with anything. The good thing was, is KCorp managed to at least show the idea that they'd have more in the tank. Team Secret had to respect it. That off the wall, in field. Again, that respect coming out. Team Secret, I don't know what level of chance they're going to need, but there will come a moment where they need to trust that they can win the race to the ball. Right now, they don't seem like they believe in that whatsoever.
Way too much respect coming out from them. You see in that play, they had the passing opportunity. Every single one of the Team Secret members pushing back KV1 was originally in a good position to receive that pass. And a lot of that is because they expect KCorp to be out quickly. They don't want to cost that first goal. They haven't conceded yet, which is their bright point at the moment.
Yeah, it's very clean Rocket League coming out from Team Secret, but there will be questions to whether or not clean Rocket League is the way to win a match like this. Itachi finds the shot, and that's 1-0.
I think you spoke too soon because they're down in the mud, that KV1 touch. It's unfortunate. At the last World Championship, it was KV1 that struggled at the beginning and had to work his way into it. It looks to be the same in this game.
KV1 really would like to see that one back. Maybe would like to see a shooting opportunity, but not for Exotic. 2-0. KC are up and running.
It's KV1 again, who went for the fake. Itachi does a bite. He goes for another bite at the cherry KV1. And KCorp get their second goal. It's a dominating first 3 minutes.
The big problem there for KV1 is that the angle he's coming in from is so easy to see when you're the player going for the dribble. You just have to look on the side of the ball. There has to be a way of disguising yourself behind the ball. Get the attacking player to second guess. Are you going? Are you faking it? From that kind of angle, though, it becomes all too obvious. And maybe it's becoming all too obvious what the state of affairs might be in this series. Team Secret need an answer.
Those who are cheering them on, it almost feels like it would be so frustrating to watch because they're not trying to put themselves into the game. They're not trying to take advantage themselves. There we go, a bump play, a push forward, and it is that fake touch underneath that works beautifully.
And probably the most important player to get this goal, considering how those 2 goals went in. KV1, beautiful angle, and I love that he just finessed it, because everyone played for the quickest shot possible. By the time that ball's going in, they've already settled straight past.
And Knight doing work in the front. Will they do work of the kickoff?
Dear.
This could be the next kickoff goal as well. It is.
Oh!
Itachi somehow missed.
It was easier to score!
He couldn't have missed that if he wanted to, but Itachi will make up for it. A 3-1 lead that was open from the very start.
My goodness, he threw the milk onto the floor and then decided, actually, I feel a bit guilty about that. I need to go and clean that up.
Must have been banana milk because they slipped right on the line. A minute 10. Team Secret now, who have had one opportunity to score through the entire game, somehow have to find two more.
Well, things had a slight upside there for Team Secret. They had the goal back. They'd already seen the miss from KC. Now they find themselves right back down by 2. And they need to start going here. Their time is running out. And almost found themselves down by another.
There's been too many for a team of Secret's quality, especially Secret at the end of the wild card in those last couple of games against Elevate, where they really stepped up, were not making mistakes like this. Once again, Knight maybe just not thinking that the ball was going towards his net so fast. The fake ended up being a little scary. 34 seconds left. It's not looking good for them.
Itachi just rotates right through the middle. Such a good way of shadowing what the opponent's third man might try and attack. Last 20 seconds off the wall. Good playable position here from Sadness. Is challenged. Follow-up comes very late here from Knight. They need at least 1 second on the clock. They need that goal to go in pretty soon, but Itachi plays it away.
They'll be playing with their food right here. Exotic even going for his own chance, knowing there is no risk of being scored against and losing this game. KCorp, fight strong, fight hard, fight for that first game.
That was the worry that the desk brought up. Team Secret, I mean, if there's a lot to be said that, yes, KC are putting the pressure on, but Team Secret, they seem too receptive. They're too comfortable being in their own final third. I'd like to see them give themselves some options, because at this moment in time, the only way they can escape is either boomer ball or individual outplay. I don't like that when you're trying to claim the midfield.
I really didn't enjoy that from Team Secret. You don't give KCorp that much room. Vatira is the best player in the world, or at least top 3 in the world for this season for a reason. If he has time on the ball, he's going to do a lot. Itachi is a player that plays off so much confidence. Well, how much more confidence could you give him if he's sitting there getting so much time on every single play?
Yeah, it really is a difficult situation for Secret to find themselves in. They do need, I feel, to give options. Still that mid boost. I feel like it all comes down to send an early challenge, get the mid boost, and just be an option.
They just wanted to go back to the net every single time, go back to their back boost, and unfortunately, that's countered some of the good plays that they had in the wild card. The only thing they really have left is for a one-person play, take it up to the air, go for an air dribble, something like that, but you're not going to get up past all 3 members of KCorp in that way. And the one goal they scored, it was off pushing forward. Can Team Secret fight back? We head to game 2.
After a close-up look of the European MVP, Vatira, on so many accolades, has not won the World Championship. Remember the response from him after they lost last season to Furia, him over on that Moist team.
We might have Sadness on the pitch, but he was full of tears after that loss. Shows how important it is, Rocket League is to Vatira, because he also had the tears after their victory at the Winter Major.
He breathes this, he lives this. This is what he wants from his life, and he's finding success with it that very few have been capable of. But the World Championship, that is the be-all and end-all.
It's what people put in the last 9 months for, what people put in 100 hours.
What a touch.
Especially the French players who grind and try hard and sweat harder than anybody else. It's a reason that they are the country on top right now. KCorp looking to get on top of the defense, but it's Sadness going the other way. He almost found the bump.
Exotic did incredibly well to go as early as possible. Did not allow the bump attempt to truly get set up. KV1 now. On the ball, early challenge from Exotic. Just shadowed it on the way back. Great job at just loitering in the air. This is better here from Team Secret. They're not giving up this possession. They continue to send. They're hitting the low challenges. Do appreciate this an awful lot more compared to what we've got. And now they might be through off the side of the goal.
Another chance, Vatira slowing it down. You can see when Vatira does have the ball, KCorp will let him run with the gas, but Team Secret have been holding that corner themselves. They do not want to let KCorp get out of dodge. As KC start running low on boost, Nice has to get back to this one, but Itachi found it first. It was too far from the wall.
Now KB1 plays it down. Team Secret aren't available to keep the play going, but hey, neither's Itachi. Sadness is going to continue to move. KB1 leaves it, back corner, putting a boost now, and Knight. That's kind of wasteful. He had a lot of boost to play with. He had the ball in a nice bouncing position, and it's just been handed to KC.
They didn't really find that guillotine, the finishing blow. Team Secret never pulled the lever. They kept KCorp in their defense for so long. And yet if you looked at the end of that play, all three of KCorp members had 90 boost plus, and Team Secret were all on half. You've given it all the way to KCorp.
Shot, not troubled Knight whatsoever. Again, despite that, this has been a significant improvement here from Team Secret. We're not spending nearly the same amount of time in their final third. They're challenging well in the midfield. Now it's about figuring out what do we do when we see the blue.
Much more proactive defense. Still need to see a bit more inspiration like we have in the past from Team Secret. Maybe they can frustrate KCorp out into an overcommit.
You gotta go, KB1.
Right now, Vatira gets the bump. Itachi's found openings.
KB1 faked the challenge, and it was the worst decision. Itachi walks the ball by him. Sadness finds himself 2v1. KC have got their first goal.
The defense right now for Team Secret having a nightmare. It doesn't matter if you have that one member back. They haven't put enough pressure on the other end.
Oh, that's a nice pass.
The defense, there we go. Knight with a shot. Exotic gets it out, and he actually gets the breakaway. Goes for the quick pass up to Vatira. It is an awkward spot, bouncing right down. Sadness just gets the tippity touch.
Sadness has done very well in awkward positions to this point. This player right here that maybe has the most questions around him, but he's crushed through the challenges.
No booster and touching, impressive touch.
Now Vatira guides the ball away. That's the top of one. Second challenge there from KV1, and a couple of demos, chance to pop the ball up. Who's on the follow? Sadness goes top bins! KV1 wipes out Vatira!
KV1, he's a demolitions expert, and he's got two of them right here, taking Vatira on the line. Team Secret have tied it up.
That's gotta feel so good for Secret, given the way KC scored the first goal. You want to bump our goalkeeper? We can do the exact same. Although we remember last game, as soon as Team Secret got their first goal, they conceded immediately, and it's almost happened again.
But they won't back down. Knight gets a long clear, allows his teammates to grab some boost. Quick shot on by KV1, but it won't get past Itachi. Was looking to get it behind him. This time Itachi was up to it and even gets a pass across to help KCorp get to the other end. Where's the follow-up now for KCorp?
I think even KC was surprised at how well Itachi did. Sent the ball to the corner, got the bump on the goalkeeper, and Exotic and Vatira like, okay, yeah, well, sorry lad, we're not there.
Itachi's quick to this one, has the double, bumped out by Knight though. Important to race your opponents to that ball. Secret weren't doing it in game one. You see the difference here because he was up to the ball at the same time. He had a chance to intercept with the bump. Another intercept here in front of net. KCorp can't find it past the members of Team Secret.
Again, Sadness is making brilliant decisions defensively. He would just like to be making less decisions defensively, but for Team Secret, has been the position they found themselves in. One goal will be the decider here as we head into the final few seconds. That bounce is going to be so awkward. Knight looks for the shot, and he puts it wide.
True pain, a torture chamber there for Team Secret. Will the vice close? No, a big clear down. I expect Knight to put this on the ground, and he does. We go to overtime.
Yeah, no nonsense. It's time to go to golden goal.
And in the world, Itachi is the #1 player for overtime goals in the entire world this season. Exotic, though, looking to get on the board. The big back off to them. Secret, this wildcard went 0-5 in overtimes.
Well, at the moment, it's not looking great for them. Stuck in defense. Exotic, brilliant challenge off the corner. Now chance to break away. Sadness bounces the ball out into Knight. Go for the back, but you see how early Itachi went and still dropped down so awkwardly. Demo, Vatira now easy passing option. Straight to Exotic, who was not far off.
We are seeing more demos from both teams. Part of that is because Secret are pushing for them. Sometimes, as they run up the line, KCorp will demo them on the way back. I think that just adds a bit to the pandemonium at the other end, something that Secret can take advantage of. for now, Exotic has got the pile drive up the middle. Itachi has center. Actually opts to go himself.
My worry here from Team Secret is in open play, they've been playing a lot better, but now that we're into golden goal, do they start to settle back a little bit more? I really hope that the answer is no. For the time being, they need to get everyone back though. Sadness again, 2v1, and just trusted the instincts. Now the infield, Itachi trying another one to the pile, that's gonna pop up high. Sadness tries to pinch the ball away. Exotic drop down for Vatira, who decides better of it.
No ball could hit the backboard while Sadness is there. He's been up to the task on multiple occasions now. KCorp though will not worry too much about that. They know they're getting plenty of opportunities forward. Sadness and Knight caught off guard by the Itachi bump. Exotic in the wings. And a good clear out from Secret.
Yeah, Itachi might be a little bit disappointed that he handed it away for the half volley. And now it's Team Secret's turn. We might feel like they should have won this by now. They had the opportunity. Exotic to KV1. Knight already up, looking for the wall double, gets it. It's gonna force KC back.
Looks like the flying V formation from KCorp. Are they the Mighty Ducks? They do get the double demo. Is that on target? KV1 will get back. Team Secret stay alive.
2 minutes and 15 down now. Team Secret will feel like they need this. KC are the better of the two at the moment. Vatira drops it down. KV1 not bumped. KC are adamant at getting a bump on someone in the goal.
An important overtime, and KCorp have had the entire run of it so far, but it's only one moment, one magical moment from Knight that could settle it. Can Sadness finish it off? The magic is dead, Shogun.
That's why you have to take the chances when they come. The reinforcements arrive for KC. They can now try and defend this with all of their members. Itachi gonna try and chase. KV1 gets there first. Sadness back down the line, tries to catch Vatira out of position. Guess what? That's something that you do not succeed at all too often. But now Knight off the infield. Itachi scrambles, and he gets to it.
Dangerous pre-jump from Exotic has left KCorp out of position. Sadness, what can he do? A shot on Vatira. Makes the save. Low boost for KCorp. Exotic finds 100 in the corner. And that's what was needed. One player to step up, and that will be Itachi getting it out.
Secret are finding their opportunities. They are not taking their opportunities. And if KC go ahead to score, that will be a bitter pill to swallow. They've double committed. Who's there first? It's Knight.
Oh, Knight's been there. Sadness was there to back him up as well. Still, they are defaulting somewhat towards the defense, but at least now they are sending one person forward to challenge a lot of these plays. Itachi looking sideways and will slow it down. Might be the result they want. Try and get that ball close to the net before taking the shot. A little bit more decisive out from KCorp. They haven't been able to make a decision just yet.
Drop down pass. Again, saved by KC. Sadness pops the ball up high. KV1 will be there first. That's to settle for a challenge. Tries to go a second time. Vatira, the ball bouncing up high, isn't going to be able to take it too much further, so instead he gets rid of Knight. Sadness versus Itachi! There was only ever one winner!
Itachi on fire, the net in ashes alongside Secret's chances of winning this game. A 2-0 victory for KCorp, a decisive blow that took 4 minutes of overtime.
The king of overtime, Itachi does it again.
Number 22. The next closest in Europe, 14 overtime victories, overtime goals. Itachi is the new clutch king.
Well, we all wondered where it went from Moist coming up from last season. It's Itachi's. He borrowed it, and he's not giving it back anytime soon.
He loves it. Vatira and Exotic watch. Itachi takes them across the line. A much better showing, though, from Team Secret. They will call the timeout.
Have to.
They already found some of the issues, but for now, they've got those few opportunities, but they weren't able to capitalize. They weren't executing well at the end of them. So if you're only getting 2-3 chances and just scoring a little bit of them, it's not enough to beat a team like KCorp.
Yeah, and those 2 shots that really come to mind, then both of them off target. Or one of them where they added an extra layer to the play where realistically, you just have to take the shot. There's no more time available to you before KC get back. And that's been the interesting thing about Rocket League as it has developed is the mechanic that has probably improved more than anything else is recoveries. You have such, when we say open, it means it's open for like a couple of frames. You've got nothing else.
The most open they can make it is when they have somebody like KV1 moving forward for the bumps. It took a double demo, or a demo and a bump, in order to open up the net for their one goal in that game. And it's going to take something more. Some brilliance.
Yes.
Some individual play. I'm looking at KV1 to maybe add that extra fire, that spark to Secret.
Full credit, though, to KC, because whilst Team Secret did change the way they played, they got a lot more physical as well. That was a bump-heavy heavy game. KC saw that the way their game was going, it's no longer the clean Rocket League where they're getting as much time. So it was a lot more bumps. They just went, yeah, sure, we can do that if you're up for it.
As soon as any member of Team Secret moved forward for the demo of their own, you see that KCorp are kind of playing not just the ball, they're playing their opponents. They've kind of got a very good vision of what's going on the pitch, and they're happy to see a ball in front of them, see the demo coming from the side, and let go of the ball.
Yeah.
Let go of the boost they're going for, stop for a second, and that's what allows them to get a demo when they're the ones who are meant to be demoed themselves.
We have a Team Secret. Let's see what they have come up with during that timeout. They got thoroughly trounced in the first game. They made a big fight of it in the second. Can they go that one step extra, or is that going to pinch somewhere awkward? No, Sanders got it covered.
I still think back to that one goal that could have been in that overtime from Knight. Maybe that's the difference. They just need a little bit of luck to go their way. We'll see how much the timeout buff will have helped them out here. Hasn't looked good at the start as KCorp getting the possession once again.
Yeah, Vatira just saw an orange car just fly by him. Happy to not get bumped, especially as he was third back, and now he sees Exotic. Don't quite know if he was just mispositioned for the shot, or if he just decided not to take it. Either way, we're now to the opposite side of the field. Couple of backflips from everybody. Sadness up to the air, avoids getting bumped. Vatira tried to get there. Nobody's got hold of the ball, and they needed the follow. Here comes Knight. It has to go in. KV1 will claim.
He will claim it, but it was not his goal. In fact, he had multiple chances before, including that one. Maybe not deserved, but he'll take it.
I don't mind it from KV. There were still 3 players around. As long as you are there first clean, you're okay in KV1's position.
You don't mind it, Shogun?
I don't mind, but they scored, so of course I don't mind it.
I think...
if it wasn't a goal, maybe a very different opinion.
I'd never mind somebody trying to finish off a goal, no matter what, in competition. The first lead here for Team Secret. A team that is very defensive, might be able to even just hold on to a 1-goal lead. Strange as that sounds.
KV1 takes the shot up high. Sadness now over to the corner. That's a bit of an awkward one, actually. And Exotic found the ball whilst it was already starting to drop, so it's difficult to really get the clear. I love it when the camera just holds on as well to the player that has just gone on the rotation back, because it's not as clean as it used to be. Rotation used to just be get as wide as you can possibly go, do not get in front of the play. And that is adjusted to get in front of the play, get someone hit.
It's just simply too slow these days to always rotate wide, to rotate to that back post, for example. You need somebody to rotate through the opposition to try and put some pressure on them. You need somebody to rotate and cut the rotation towards the ball. Otherwise, you will get beaten to everyone. Rocket League is just so fast now. Sadness quickly puts on a shot at Tachi. Still not out of danger.
I love this from KV1. Saw that both of his teammates were out of boost, so he's slowed down the play, waited to see what he can get going. And now his teammates are back, fully boost. Trying to get the pass over, but again, always very difficult to create a play from the corner, especially when KV1's just been bumped. Vatira over the top. How smooth was that?
You dirty, dirty dog, Vatira. He's brought out the cannons here. Vatira over the top. Has completely mind-gamed the last of them. KCorp never feel out when you have Vatira on the board.
So Team Secret's first lead wiped out. Half the game left to go here. Must win for Team Secret. For those of you that have joined us, you already know that we got our first ever RLCS LAN best ever reverse sweep last week. Those are pretty rare. Oh, and that one hits the crossbar. Team Secret do not want to be searching for our second.
He would have scored that if it was overtime.
I don't doubt it.
Unfortunately for Itachi, it's not, and that overtime still is an option. Secret has said are defensive, they can hold on to a 1-goal lead, but against a team like KCorp, they've got such good attack, such good offense, such good individual mechanics that they are able to score against anyone as well. Big cleared down, and the demo goes from a touchy. So I hope they would go the other way for Team Secret. And there we go, he's just found a shot.
Team Secret off the demo did not recalibrate. Knight is wide, KV1 is wide. The ball is dead center. KC2, Secret 1. They were the team that came in as the favorites. They are proving to be exactly that.
A 2-1 lead, but more importantly, we're starting to see some more desperation from Team Secret. This is the first time we've said they've overcommitted. Normally we've been talking about how much they undercommit to every single play. And I think that's the frustration coming out of a team that consistently feels like they should have 1 or 2 of these games.
And the other frustrating part is, yes, we can say Team Secret have been too defensive and that they need to find more offense.
Oh, that's lovely.
Well, they'll find a couple more bumps. I'll get to my criticisms later. For now, full of praise for this play.
Like a good biscuit and a cup of tea, Shogun. It doesn't get much better sight than that from Knight. A lovely demo, a lovely bump out of the way, and another tied-up game for Team Secret.
2 each. Not letting you have that one. Exotics also not letting Secret have any of this. What's this? You think you're on our level? Not a chance.
I try to wind up Shogun, but all it looks to have done is take Exotic to the next level. A great read, and Exotic is that player who can take over a series as much as anyone else. He doesn't get talked about too much, never looks too mechanically on form, but he's always so quick. He's a team player. He sets it up for Itachi and Vatira more than anybody else. And yet this time he's the one there to score the goal.
Feels like, especially in these kind of series, it's where Exotic has the least to do, because his primary duty is get the ball, get us out of this awkward spot. We trust you with the mechanics, and if you've got 100 boost, we will always escape based on what you can do. But in a series like this, where KC have not really had to play all that much defense, especially not prolonged defense, Exotic's role is a little bit nullified. He's just there to make sure everything's running smoothly.
And I really kind of dislike that strategy on land, especially for KCorp coming into their first experience on this stage, to let them get settled in. That first game was probably the worst start Team Secret could have had, because they got so much chance to hit the ball. They even saw some mistakes early on from KCorp. They're gone now.
20 seconds. Secret need the game. They need the ball. They need this not to go in. Exotic try to finish it off. Now to the opposite side of the field. Team Secret need to lay claim to it.
They've held on for now, but KCorp still straggling around. 4 seconds left for Team Secret. It will be Exotic, but that's not the right touch. Sadness with a chance, a dribble all the way. It's still in front, and it's hit it to the ground. Why?
He tried to play the dunk. He thought the ball was gonna pop, and it did not. I appreciate the attempt to be smart, but in the form of the ball not getting hit, it just crashes, just like Secret's dreams of hoping this series.
Oh, I've never been more disappointed by live Shogi. They had it there. They had the 0-second goal in their grasp. It was going to be a moment to remember. It was going to be Team Secret on the world stage. And now instead they go to a game 4 with no chance. They have to reverse sweep now, something that's only been done, though it was done this land. Sorry, it's only been done once, in a best 7.
We're getting very particular with this now. Yeah. Rocket League firsts are becoming harder and harder to come by.
Yep, and that's what's going to happen, especially, you know, we are pretty much 11, 12 seasons in to Rocket League these days. A long, long history, and yet on this page, not too much history. Vatira we think of as not just a modern era player, a player that came out middle of last year.
I want to talk as well about KC, the org, the time that they had last World Championship, because they're almost kind of the forgotten part of that entire VDS story, going ahead, smashing everybody. But for KC and the roster they had, they will say, well, we almost beat them. We took them to Game 7. We had the fight all the way. We were at the very least the second best team of everybody.
I genuinely think they were the #2 team on that final day last year. So I would say if they won that series, there's a very good chance that they go through, they become world champions, and that's what Game 7s do. The same thing has happened time and time again. Unfortunately, they'll never have that back. This is their best chance to take that back.
Those game 7s, those overtimes, so fascinating to have a look through and just see what one moment of magic or madness does. The roster moves that we see, and maybe a chance to add your first goal.
You've been a part of a few of them even.
Absolutely not.
One of them was Rocket League, another one, RLCS Season 8.
And then there was the ones that we got to be around for last year, Yummy. That was an awfully good time. And well,
what a spectacular esport. The fact that you have Team Secret, a South American team, up against one of the top 2 teams in the world, and, you know, maybe even a favorite alongside Vitality to win this entire tournament. They get to have that experience. It's just something special.
South America really has been a talent farm.
I love them.
For the last few years. Every single time when we saw teams going over to North America wondering, all right, will South America recover? They now don't have Complexity, they don't have Furia. What are they going to do? And then the very first major event we get, they get a top 4.
Well, it was Secret last year that just had so much disappointment. They were the one SAM team to not make it through the wild card, and it looked like maybe they should. And KV1 in particular, when he played on the club, gets knocked out in Game 7 by his own countrymen, by the South Americans, Furia. And it really felt like they deserved a top 8 too. So KV1 will have that in the back of his mind throughout this group's stage.
Yeah, it was an incredibly close moment as well. I've had that layered into my mind forever. Chimako going full on in those final few moments. I wish so much that one went in. I'm sure KV1 wishes even more so. Now he wishes that he can win that challenge. He's done exactly that. They might even have a way to try and break through. He's got Knight on the far side for Tira. You can already see him hassling Knight. They don't just want to bump the people on the ball, they want to bump the passing options. And now Exotic might try and get Stannis into a rough spot, which has been, despite the scoreline, a very difficult task to accomplish.
It does look like Team Secret trying to dig deep. Looking a little flat in the defense, or more one-dimensional. Many solo plays, individual plays coming out from Team Secret. Fortunate thing is that SAM have such good, incredible individual players and good mechanics. That is a possibility, but the bumps is not going to help. Vatira just takes a straight shot on.
Yeah, Sadness already there. Now the bump on the goalkeeper. There's 2 more to take their place. Just seems like Secret and KC are kind of going through the motions here in this game. I'd say that's actually a good thing for Secret if KC are now starting to slow down. But now, the orange side of the field, Itachi. Oh, is that just straight
That's
down the middle?
open.
Exotic! Did you fall asleep? What happened?
I thought I was seeing thing in Mirage, and in the end,
Where has he gone?
he's just going off to the left. He didn't trust that KV1 was going to come in and just take a shot. And unfortunately, when you go off on a safari adventure, it's very hard to fly back in an instant.
Oh, perfect for Team Secret. Very long journey ahead, one that also involves finishing this game off. Reminder as well, KCorp do still have their timeout if they would want it. At this rate, they're not going to need it.
I mean, let's talk about as well Game 7s. Both these teams do not have good records in Game 7s. So, you know, if they do make that reverse sweep, if they get that on the table, it will be an interesting sort of clutch moment. 2 of those Game 7s that were lost by KCorp happened in the last event. They don't want to go there again. They've tied it up.
Ones across the board. KC have got themselves back in it. They just do not want South American hope to flourish.
1-1 at 1-1-1 against KV1. Team Secret left a golden goose opportunity with KCorp getting much more of a simple goal. The bumps again good. Knight in front of the net. He won't even get a shot.
Those backboard double taps just are not an option against KC.
No.
They send the early challenge, and because they already commit 2 players to their backboard, it's already coming. Oh, that is, well, incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
Oh, Vatty God. Itachi comes out. He's jumped it so long ago. He's telepathic, and he will get a lead for KCorp off that one.
That was telepathy that we just saw.
Oh, yes. KCorp, a true statement here if they can go 4-0. And Knight has missed it off the post twice. He's completely shanked it.
Oh, and
around. Why?
KB1 tries to keep it going. There's 0 boost across the board for so many players. They've now just finally restocked. 30 seconds. Team Secret were winning this game. They've seen opportunities. They've seen chances. They need one big one.
You never want to see your team missing one shot. What about 5 or 6 good opportunities for Team Secret? There's one in. KV1 snipes top corner.
I love that he slowed it down. You see Exotic and Itachi getting there. Stop their momentum. Get the ball top bins.
KV1 as well made Vatira look like an absolute fool. He ends up jumping past, thinking that KV1's up on the play fast. A tied game. It all goes down to this next goal.
Team Secret will be desperate to not see that lower bracket. If they want to make a chance at this run, they need to win this game, and they need that ball off Vatira. Well known for 0 seconds goals. Now it drops dangerously, and Knight gets the ball to the floor. We have overtime.
They play it with fire. Team Secret did not get burned this time, but will it be off the kickoff? Vatira already getting the first chance. It's spilled out in the center. Exotic slows it down. So close.
Now Sadness with time to work with, but no boost. He tries to get there, and now he's still committed, and without the boost pickup, it's going to be a while for him to get back. Needed KV1 to get the touch. Right, exactly that. Knight faked it out. Well read by KC. They break to the opposite side of the field, but Vatira got a little bit too close. There's no goal-scoring opportunity, at least not for now.
Vatira expected that to end up in a 50. That's why he moved back in closer to his teammate to follow up on that, and it's just crazy that Exotic managed to beat out 1. Exotic beats out 2, faked underneath. Vatira can't get it past. The stone wall of Team Secret has been enough.
I just feel like if they've got 2 players back, they are fine. 2 players up now. Exotic gives the ball to Vati. Vatira, last 1. But at least that early play made it a bit easier. By a bit easier, I mean they're still in an awful lot of trouble. Back out again. Vatira to the ceiling. Does he want to go the whole way by himself? Well, he's not going to have the option.
Itachi's missed that one, and maybe a chance for KV1, but Itachi recovers so fast. That was a good opportunity for Team Secret on the counter-attack, an area that they want to establish, considering how much they are staying back and begging KCorp to overcommit. In fact, an overcommit there, Vatira, that's one in, KV1 scores!
Hat-trick hero! When they needed a hero most, KV1 provides!
Team Secret, they looked down, even in that game. It looked like it might not be enough. 1 game and 1 bit of hope as KV1 scores 820 points, a hat-trick, 5 shots, and 4 saves to round out such a monumental performance.
It's the reason why we sound frustrated sometimes when it comes to this player, because we know what he's capable of. KV1, exactly what his team required, dominates when he has the opportunities. Look at that, so silky smooth. And that was the second on his way to the trifecta.
Sadness and Knight, such incredible players. Sadness, who has really stepped up here in this wildcard. Knight, who's usually the hero in South America. But KV1 is meant to be that player that when the going gets tough, when they're up against the biggest opponents, he's got to be the one to take it on his back, and he really did here. He took all the pressure himself. He scored the hat-trick. Can he keep that doing it?
You've got 3 more to go.
Is he consistent enough to do that for 4 games?
Even if they are consistent enough, they need to hope that KC just rattle in some way. If KC keep even a 6 out of 10 when on their scale, you don't see the reverse sweep happening. But such is the way of our esport. Ask me again in 5 minutes. I might have a different answer.
I certainly will, Shogun. Yeah, and you've been a part of some of the biggest moments, and this doesn't quite feel like it's there just yet. But Team Secret, they got the dog in them. They're not going to give up just yet.
Find out, but they are delaying again! The shooting has found the target! Team Secret, this was one of the big complaints. Can you start hitting top bins? My goodness, can they?
Are you feeling it, ladies and gentlemen? It's Düsseldorf, and it is Team Secret with the first goal in the comeback of what might be a very long series.
KC, though, have battled back, and they've been so good at finding quick goals when they go behind. Could not timed it better. Vatira ties us up.
That's a precision strike if I've ever seen one. How do you save this? No, it's like, do I cover the backboard? Do I cover the ground? It doesn't matter. Crossbar. Oh, ouch.
It's the most difficult part. When people are that good at hitting the top corner, you have to make that prediction. Is this in? Or is this bouncing? And I'm about to jump into a position where I can never recover from. KV1 does well, takes out 2, but the bounce doesn't help him out. Knight goes up early. Vatira tried to pre-jump him. Not just tried, succeeded.
Sadness going for round 2. Gets that in the center. Is it a chance? Knight has the backboard, may have the flip reset, but Exotic breaks that chance.
I'll go back to what I said last game. Backboard double taps against KC. You are maybe asking for a little bit too much. Vatira gets bumped on his way up. Knight. Midfield. Asked the question of Exotic, who tries to lay the pass over to Itachi. That was quite telegraphed, though. Team Secret happy to keep going. Knight bounces the ball up, and again, that is just not the play.
Yeah, Team Secret are inviting them into the air. Both teams lobbing the ball high, not powerfully forward. It's the first touch with any real power from Secret. It really feels like they're trying to play the boost away, and they've made a fatal error.
Vatira whacks it with the crossbar.
That's a perler.
And Exotic could not have asked for anything else. KC are not rattled. I said that they might need to be if Team Secret have a chance at this. They're locked in.
One little rattle, they might shake themselves back into form. And that's the scariest part. Vatira with that defensive play is enough for KCorp to get a lead. Team Secret 1 goal behind, but they haven't been a high-scoring team.
They're going to need to be here. Need at least 3. KC get their way, they need at least 7. Vatira wants anybody to challenge him, dares you to try and take him on, but the delay's actually worked out a little bit here for Secret. Although they need someone to get to it, it's KV1 this time. Secret skirting on the edge of disaster. Needs to get rid of this ball.
KCorp have been very unpredictable in some of these plays. It looks like there's a lot of players around the ball. They've been good at communicating who should go, and Team Secret do not know which player to cover on the defense. Vatira as well, sometimes uncoverable. Helps to play it safe, take it to the side, build his team a little bit more room. You can see the massive boost advantage. But Knight doesn't care, he goes for the flip reset. Vatira, all he's going to do is to hold the midfield line.
Itachi pops the ball unchallenged, can keep going. Bounces for Knight, who wants to use the ceiling to the backboard. Ran out of boost. Now KV1 off the demo, and it's in!
Teamwork extreme for Team Secret. An absolute rip snorter as Knight fakes it out. A demo at the same time. KV1 all in sync.
It's the danger when somebody is pulling off the mechanics. You can get starstruck, you can look to the ceiling, you can look to the air. You don't know that the snowplow is on its way.
Team Secret have done it before with the demos. In fact, all of South America have brought a demo-heavy game to this land. You can see that they are often sitting in here. The 3 of them in the top 16 in the group stage. Will it be enough to get them this game as well? Put them back in a chance in this series.
Secret have fought back well here. And a lot of these games have been close. Game 1, to me, is the only one that truly stands out. As KC being far ahead. Oh my goodness. Well, Itachi, that is brilliant.
He turned on a dime.
Look at it.
Nobody's expecting it.
Bagsy.
Knight thinks he's cleared it. And then it's right back over the top of his head.
It's ridiculous because it's no momentum. It's just perfect positioning, knowing where to hit it on the card. Make sure you hit it on the top right. And now off the kickoff, Exotic stuffs the first challenge. low boost, so instead he gets it into the midfield. 3-2, Team Secret are the ones that have to chase, and they're running out of time to do so.
Vatira happy to just put a little bit of pressure on. You see him didn't go for that ball, knowing it would force Secret to have to make a play. With him next to it, KCorp happy to just send one, try and hold on to the lead, but he won't, and Sadness has tied it up.
Brilliant shot! Team Secret able to link up. Itachi kind of goes into no man's land, and Exotic has to go. So when you know they've got to do that, put it where the car once was.
It's all well and good to want to send one person to challenge every play. They were way too late. Vatira caught off guard. 60 seconds now, an even game again. It's starting to heat up.
It's always going to look like this. Secret are going to have so much work to do to make this a reverse sweep. But we go step by step, and the next step is getting the next goal. They've got the bump. 9 moves in. That's a solid challenge for him. Couldn't get the extra touch.
It's looking like a real gritty effort coming from Team Secret. They haven't given up at all. Despite this having to be one of their highest scoring, or the highest scoring game for Team Secret, since they'll have to get 4 goals to win, they're still doing their best. 20 seconds, Itachi with another chance.
Itachi, who will not mind if we go to another overtime. We know how dangerous he is in those positions. That's nice. Sadness with a quick read. Over, double commit. Can you get there quick enough? KB1, a little bit too far forward. Has to control it instead. Looks to try and set up his teammates. He's passed one. Now they look to score. And that one was too wide.
Team Secret, they had their chance. We will see overtime. No, Knight keeps it up. Exotic tries to block the path, and in fact,
now
down there. That's the danger zone.
Is it another game where you think what if? Or if Team Secret got something, right now they've got to stop Itachi. That's going to drop down awkwardly. KB1 has to reverse. Leaves it for Sadness. Vatira off the ceiling to Vatira, his favorite teammate.
0-6 now in overtimes for Team Secret. They have to start putting the refrigerator on. Find that ice. But it's KCorp, the kings of the ice right now. Itachi over to Vatira. Vatira scores!
Vatira jumped for that. Back at the kickoff. KC will move on in the upper brackets.
JNaps was still playing. That's when he started his career, the moment that Vatira took that jump. KCorp go through a 4-1 victory. Team Secret, world-class players, but even world-class players can be outclassed by gods.
My goodness. Well, we will not question Team Secret's mental fortitude. And we will not question if KC are World Championship ready. What a performance.
Vatira stepping up in that final game. Itachi early on taking that overtime right at the very beginning. And Exotic, forever underrated, I feel like, once again showing his class. Unfortunate for Team Secret, they will go down to the lower bracket, but there are still plenty of chances for them to come back, make that top 8 this World Championship.
And almost a little bit, unfortunately, for the blue wall that we will be welcoming into our doors, or through our doors for the World Championship of, yes, your team is through, but you've now got one less day to potentially watch them. They get to skip the first day of crowds.
Well, it's better than them possibly getting eliminated immediately.
Yes, absolutely. Team Secret, we get to see, really had a go at this, but they just dug themselves such a deep hole. There was no way of getting back out, and KC do the job that they were expected to do.
It really just goes all the way back to game 1 for Team Secret. They let KCorp in from the very get-go, and you just can't do that against such a good team. KCorp, they also show that when the going got tough, they were still able to find ways to score.
Itachi able to provide, and Vatira managed to finish it. And we will speak to him down with Leaf.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your 2-time European MVP. There's no one here, but I'm going to give it up. Vatira, first off, congratulations on the 2 times European MVP. It's got to be a proud moment.
Alors tout d'abord, bravo Vatira pour ton titre de double titre de MVP. Ça doit être un moment très important pour toi.
Yeah, it's a really important moment for me because being 2-time MVP EU is something that I'm really proud of me. And yeah, it's my second World Championship, and I'm gonna give my best to be World Champ.
It's not easy. It's not easy to do, that for sure. Now I gotta ask about this, get this out there, because people seem to be talking about this Zen guy on the scene right now. I'm just curious what your thoughts on this Vitality team are at this moment.
Alors, ces temps-ci, on parle beaucoup d'un certain Zen et on parle de Team Vitality. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses actuellement de l'équipe donc de Team Vitality?
For me, Vitality is a really strong team, but I know we can beat them because like last time in the Boston Major, we were leading 2-0 and we just trolled the series, to be honest, and it was not our best level. So yeah, I'm not scared of them. They're not that good, to be honest.
I guess some people would argue, but he's better than everyone else that would argue him, probably. So is anybody here able to stand in your way then? Is anybody on your mind that might shut you down?
Est-ce que tu penses qu'il y a une équipe qui pourrait se dresser sur votre chemin jusqu'au titre de champion du monde?
No, I don't think, because we are the best team in the world, in my opinion, and for my team. So it's all it matters for me, and we are just going to give our best and beat every team we have to play.
Well, I was going to ask then, because BDS right now with this roster has a record of 3-2 against you guys. So you don't, not even them, because you guys play them next.
Et même Team BDS, vous qui sont en train de pour le moment, ils vous battent 3-2 sur les matchs que vous avez joués. Est-ce que tu penses pas non plus qu'ils peuvent se tresser dans votre chemin, surtout que vous jouez contre le prochain match?
BDS is a really strong team, but for me, our preparation for this World Championship is really insane, and we really want to win because we did a bad split, so we really want to win that much.
I'm not surprised. You guys have been preparing a lot, and I think your fans are going to be happy to hear that. Speaking of, we will have a lot of fans here this weekend. I've heard that KCorp plans to come out in pretty big numbers. How excited are you to play in front of that many people cheering you guys on?
Alors c'est sûr que d'entendre que vous allez tout donner, ça va faire plaisir aux fans KCorp. Et justement, qu'est-ce que ça va faire pour toi de jouer devant un si grand assemblée de supporters qui vont venir vous supporter tout ce week-end?
I'm so happy to have them this weekend. I hope we can play. Yes, we can play on stage. But I'm so happy because all the fans, like since Rotterdam, they were like 200, and it was already like insane. And now they're gonna be like 1,000, 2,000 fans. Like it will be incredible, like for us and like for every European team, I think. And it will be like for me the best World Championship there is on Rocket League.
It will be an incredible time, but for today, we are done. So we're going to send it back over to the desk to wrap things up.